Hello everyone, welcome back to yet another episode of Vibe with Baby. In today's video, I'm going to take you around the beautiful city of Brugge or Bruges. Without any further delay, let me take you around. We had to take a train to Brugge from Brussels. It was a 1.5 hour journey. I was the one who planned this trip just because my husband asked me to. I jotted down the places that we must visit but wasn't good with navigation, and my husband took us to all the places. The first place that we visited is Minawata Lake. It has a tragic yet a romantic history. It relates to a story of a young girl who was in love with a warrior from neighboring tribe. Her father disapproved of this relationship and she was forced to marry someone of his choice. She escaped from her marriage and ran into the forest to find a lover. Unfortunately, due to the exhaustion, she passed away on his arms. This lake represents eternal love and was named after her. Her name was Minna, hence the lake's name Minawata Lake. We were just walking around the side of the lake because it was so relaxing and you get fresh air, you take time for yourself. It's a perfect spot to spend some time on your own or with your loved ones. This particular spot comes in the famous Bollywood movie PK Cha Kadam song. Go check that and come back to my video and comment below if you're able to relate the scenery. We really enjoyed taking a walk around the park because it was so relaxing, calm and serene place to be, especially when you're moving from a busy Brussels city life to a town like Brugge. It was so magical. Since it was so relaxing for us around the Minawata Park, we ended up spending so much of our time there. We can also see a lot of horse carriages which takes people and shows around the city of Brugge along with the tour guide. While we were done with our Minawata Park, we are heading towards a museum. On our way to museum, we found this monastery. This belongs to the monks in the medieval time. In respect to those monks, when you're passing by, you are asked to remain silent. On our way, the streets were fully stunning with vibrant colors from the shops, restaurants, a perfect place to walk around. Next, we went to the boat station so that we can go for a boat ride similar to the one that we went in Ghent, but with different architecture and different history.
Gentlemen, welcome for this tour of a half an hour on the canals, Brugge. Hier appunto la Hasbacco, questa è la destra, mind your head, the left bridge, achter la check voor de volgende tour buiten de BBC, opgelet hoog, de laatste brug van de stad.
The architecture on both sides of the canal appears to be similar to the one that we saw in Ghent, except that the old buildings has a different pattern towards the roof if you observe it. While we were passing by, we could also get a glimpse of the Belfry Tower. It was worth spending 30 minutes on the boat.
Only 366 steps to get into the top. A nice view from out there of the city. Langzij hier deel van deze typische Brugse traphemelhuizen. Daarachter zien we nog de toren. De kanaal is beaucoup de chemins altijd dit terugwijzen. Ik dacht, goed joh, bedankt. Daar inderdaad is het kanaal wat contains typical Brugge step facades. Escalonando el canal las casas typical flamenca con las tieles escalonadas de la ciudad de Brugge. En voor ons zien we al de torenspits van de prachtige Sint.
After a boat ride, we are heading towards a museum. There are 13 museums in Bruges which you can visit. If it is a one-day trip, you will be only able to cover 5 to 7 because these museums are near and they are in the center of Market Square. So you can buy a combo ticket so that you can visit more than 3 or 5 museums at a cheaper rate. And the combo tickets can be also used up to 72 hours. So if you're planning to stay in Bruges, then you can visit all the 13 museums. Some of the museum doesn't allow photography, so I couldn't take much videos or photos in most of the museums that we visited. Apart from all these museums, there is also torture museum, which is not included in this list, but it is a must visit place. It gives you an idea of how punishments were back in the medieval times. The first museum that we went is the Groothuis Museum, next to which is the O.L.V Kerk Museum. It's actually a church, and behind the church or nearer to the altar and the choir area, there is a museum which has the tomb of the Duke and Duchess. There are a lot of tombs and fresco paintings that you can see inside the walls of the tombs that goes back to medieval time. Of course, there's a lot of history behind all this architecture, the cathedrals, which I cannot describe in this video, but I will leave a link to all the museums in my description so that you can browse all these interesting facts. Looking at this tomb, it reminds me of Joffrey Baratheon's deathbed in the series Game of Thrones. Leave a comment below if you guys also find this relatable to that. Another attraction in this museum is the famous sculpture of the Madonna and Child by Michelangelo. By the time we were done with all our museum visits, we were heading towards the market square so that we can find a restaurant to have our early dinner. Belfry Tower is right next to Market Square, and by the time we reached there, the tower was closed, so we couldn't actually get to see the panoramic view of the city, but the memories from Ghent are still fresh. We really had a very good time here in Brugge. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will be also sharing few glimpses of the food that we had from the Market Square restaurant. I'll see you soon in another video. Until then, bye. If you do like my channel, please keep supporting, like, share and subscribe. Thank you.